Shalligators, winter is here. And that means no more boob sweat, no more sticking to the car seat, no more shaving your legs. I'm not gonna shave mine till like April. What if though you never had to shave your legs again? What if you had your very own at-home hair removal device? You can. It's called the Ulike Air 10 IPL hair removal device. I mean, look at this pretty box. I'll find this under the tree, okay? We're gonna try this out together. But let me tell you what makes this different than other devices. First of all, it's got something called Sapphire Ice Cooling. That's gonna keep your skin nice and cool so nothing is gonna hurt. Oh. There's a skin sensor for safe use. It even detects your skin tone, so it'll stop flashing if it deems that your skin tone in that one particular area is too dark to be used, so you're not like wasting your time. Another thing I love is it's got an SHR mode, stubborn hair removal mode. So the Air 10 is gonna supercharge itself for those areas that you really need to get. So this ensures a really hassle-free, customized experience with no skin irritation. And unlike other devices that only have one light setting, this one has a dual light mode. So this means double the efficiency, double the results. You're gonna see more results faster with the Air 10. Okay, let's take this bad boy for a test run. Oh my God, it comes with glasses. Hell yes, I look like Missy Elliott. Okay, it's got a little fan. Ooh, and the tip is really cool. Oh, it doesn't feel like anything. It literally doesn't feel like anything. And I get to look like a 90s rapper. So ladies, you wanna be a hairless little baby seal? The Ulike Air 10 has got you covered so that you can be uncovered. So pick up the Ulike Air 10 this holiday season. It's tough on hair, easy on skin, and with my code to save you a little bit of money, easy on your wallet too. Merry, merry.
But I'm a sides bitch. Mashed potatoes, extra gravy on my plate, you dig? Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, motherfucker.
Welcome back, Shalligators. Do you guys love this song it's playing? Hold on, we just need to take a second and like let it wash over us. Okay, one of my best friends wrote this song. It's her new Thanksgiving rap. Her name is Mandy Brooke. You guys probably already follow her on Instagram, Mandy Brooke Official. She's an incredible creator. She does like song parodies and she's very like body positive and she's traveling more, so like really showcasing that. And I met her, she came on a Shalligator trip to Italy in 2022 and like besties. I'm telling you guys, when I do these trips, like I keep you. You're stuck with me now for life. I'm so sorry, but we're not here to talk about travel today. Well, maybe we kind of are because we're here to talk about Thanksgiving. I asked you on my Instagram, what do you need some holiday help with? What's stressing you out this holiday? So listen, sit on the bed, put on your ugly clothes. By the way, this is literally such an ugly outfit. It has matching pants. I travel in this outfit. It's from Aloe and it sucks. This is how you know something's not an ad because I'm like, this is not, I look terrible. Why do I look, okay, I don't know why I look so bad. I look like a Swedish boy who's gonna sell you weed. Do I not? I know. Okay, we're gonna talk, I'm gonna go through some of your questions. We're gonna talk about everything from dealing with politics in family, to staying on track with your diet, to fending off the, when are you gonna settle down? Are you gonna have more kids? Let's talk Thanksgiving. Do you know when you look bad and you don't even know what to fix? Do you ever have those days and you're like, I hate what my face is doing, but I don't know what else to do with it because it's like, I feel like it's just a fixed object. Like it's just, I can't put my eyes in different places. It's not like, well, I'll just move the cheeks over. But you know, we're exhausted. And I think what's worrisome about being exhausted at this point in the year is that you're not even close to being done. It's like, oh no. The busy season hasn't even really like fully gotten underway yet. And I just want to like curl up and die. I'm in my mom's house right now. I'm in California because I'm headed to Europe for Thanksgiving, which is a bad idea. It was a bad idea because like I said, I'm so tired. All right. Let's start with the thing that might be on everyone's mind, no matter how this election played out for you, is dealing with politics and family. Now, I've done videos on this before, but we can use just a little quick crash course refresher. Or let's say it is even politics. Let's say there's just like an issue, right? Whether it's religion or what, the issue, the ball of garbage issue. I want you to picture for a moment. You're not gonna love where I go with this, but just bear with me. I want you to picture that you are hosting a Thanksgiving dinner and you have spent probably weeks inviting people, figuring out who's maybe staying over, what to do, like where to put everyone and seat them, coordinating the napkin rings to the silverware, to the chargers. Do you even know what a charger is? It's the thing that goes under the plate. Coming up with the menu, shopping, going back to the store because you forgot cream of tartar. What does that even do? But you need it. All of these things, all of the minutia that go into hosting. If you've never hosted a party or a dinner party, it seems so easy. It's like, what, you just cook and you serve it? No, there's a million things that go into it, okay? I want you to think of the time, the money, the mental bandwidth, the planning, all of it. The cleaning, which hasn't even happened yet. Now I want you to picture someone coming into your house with an agenda, with an axe to grind, to tell you why you're wrong. You are wrong about this thing. And I am going to come into your house and gobble up your food that you cooked for me and bought and sit in the chair that you thoughtfully placed in a certain order and you got it out of the attic or you went out and bought things. And I am going to corner you in that house and lecture you about my ideologies. What an asshole that person would be. What an absolute asshole. Ungrateful, entitled, totally non-aware of the needs or feelings of anybody around them. Selfish. Now I need you to ask yourself, are you that person? Are you that person? Are you that person? Are you stomping into your parents' house or your aunt's house or a friend's giving with an axe to grind about something? I usually don't start off videos where you guys are the bad guy, but I'm saying this because this is the central thing that we're dealing with this holiday season. And usually every holiday season when there's conflict, a lot of times it is politics or worldviews or Israel, Hamas or whatever's going on. If you are going into someone else's house and being a dick, no. I'm sorry, but no. That is so inappropriate. Just think about it. Put yourself in the shoes of the person who is hosting you. Well, it's my mom, so it's not like I can't not go. That's correct. That doesn't mean she is your personal whipping post for whatever this personal ideology is. And you might be saying, I don't want to be talking about these things. She's the one who brings it up. She's the one who's MAGA this or Harris forever or whatever. I'm the hostage here. I get you. So what if, since we've decided, I don't even know what to do with my hair. As it dries in this video, it's getting worse. And was I not just in a previous video saying that my hair was horrible? My hair is the thing that comes in and just ruins its host. That's what my hair is. We've just established you're not going to be the dick who walks into a hosted environment for you and trashes the host. That is literally how the Trojan War started. The Trojans stole Helen of Troy. She was not from Troy, she was from Greece. And they're like, Helen of Troy? When the Greeks were hosting them. And that was the golden rule. You don't fuck with your host. It's like a covenant between you and the person in your house. Do not be as bad as the Trojans. Because you know what? You ever meet someone who says they're from Troy? No. Why? Because the Greeks annihilated them. They wiped them from history to the point that historians think maybe the Trojan War didn't even happen. That they just think it's a myth. I don't think it was a myth. I think the Greeks just bodied the Trojans so hard and they were pissed because they broke the covenant of the host. I could go on about this, but I will not. We've already established you're not going to be that. You are not going to be Prince Paris and Prince Hector and take Helen of Troy and start a whole war. You're just not going to do that. But what if you're like, no, I know that I'm not going to do that. They're going to corner me. What if this was not your own personal hill to die on? What if you just didn't have to die on this hill? What if protecting your peace meant more than being right? What if you could acknowledge that people are going to have strenuously different worldviews, which seems so insane when you're like, but you are my blood. We shared a body for 9 months. How are you so different? What if instead of trying to understand why they're so different or how to make them less different, what if your goal, your objective that you would focus on with the same intensity that maybe priorly you would use to convince them about climate change or abortion rights or whatever it is? What if you took that energy and turned it inward? You're not trying to make that energy go away. You're trying to refocus it into accepting that either they're never going to change, or if they are going to change, they're probably not going to do it today. Because the napkins rings match the chargers and the seating arrangement and the gravy, you got to keep stirring it or it gets lumpy. And maybe this is not the perfect timing to convince someone about blank. When I host, and I host a lot, I love to throw parties, I love a dinner party, I love to host. I have guests in town, but I am frazzled. And this is the magic of a host, is it just all looks so easy. Oh, this baked brie with your initials in pastry on top of it. It just appeared. I am like already on a 9.8 on the stress scale. And if someone comes in and they're like, wow, let me just show you something. This is an empty case. I don't even know where I was going with that. If they were like trying that on me, I'd be like, you know what? I'm just trying to make sure there's enough ice. Could we not talk about this right now? Okay? Or when everyone's sitting down and it's calmed and you launch into some bullshit, these are seeds you are sprinkling on concrete. You want to sprinkle seeds of change and persuasion on fertile ground. You try to convince someone when they're already on a 9 on the stress scale, they're like, what? Like they're just trying to keep everything together. It is not the right time. It's not the right time to have these discussions. And again, what if you could shift into the mindset of, you know what, maybe it's never the right time. Maybe they are never going to see eye to eye to me on XYZ, and that's fine. And you might be saying, I've slayed that dragon in terms of politics. I'm never going to convince my parents to be different, blah, blah, blah. What the ball of garbage is, if you're in the Shallon entourage, we've talked lately about the ball of garbage, is they want me to get married. They want me to switch my job. They want me to move home or move out or whatever it is. Okay, again, what if protecting your peace mattered more than proving your point? You might also be saying, I agree with you. They are the ones coming at me. They're the ones coming at me. All right. Let's flip what I said. What if you could say, you know what? I am amenable to talking about this with you. Maybe just not today. Why don't we just enjoy that we're here right now and that we're communing and this chicken is delicious, Mom. This curry, Dad, slaps. The turkey came out beautifully. What if again, you put your energy towards veering off of this topic? But I know what you're thinking. Yeah, I have tried that. And it's just, they're just jerking the steering wheel straight back into this same lane that they're always banging on about. They're always banging on about it. One of two things is happening. Either they have valid concerns or they have invalid concerns. If they have a valid concern, they're always on me to get a job. Well, do you need a job? They're always on me to like stop partying and settle down. Do you party too much? Ask yourself, and this is icky, trust me, because when you're inflamed in these situations, it just guns out, like guns a-blazing. You ain't trying to hear nothing. But before you walk into this snake pit where you're gonna get this feedback, pull back and ask yourself and be really real with yourself. You don't have to tell it to me in a comment. You don't have to admit it. It's between you and Jesus. Have you heard this before? Not from them. Have you heard this from other people? No. No. Really, no one else has said, maybe stop dating guys who are still in college when you're 35. No one said that to you? No. No one else has said, hey, maybe you should study more and party less. Do your grades say that? Has anyone given you shades of this feedback before? And maybe is the reason you're testy and punchy about it is because on some level you know it's true. And you just don't want your fucking mom to be the one to say it. I get it, right? What is it about our parents that it's like, I could get the same feedback from a stranger. I'd be like, oh my God, thank you for the awakening. My mom gives it to me and I'm like, and it must be so vexing to be a parent. I mean, I just know this as a friend. Like when you're trying to tell someone something like, hey, this guy, awful. And then literally something random happens, like they get a fortune cookie or the Cosmos bedside astrologer. They're like, I think I'm gonna break up with him. He's a fuckboy. You're like, okay. I've been saying that. Okay, that's fine. I'm glad you got there, right? It drives you nuts. So is this kicking up some stuff? Because maybe it's a little true. What if the answer is no? No, it is not true. It's not true. I don't want to leave New York City and move home. I don't want to marry a good Indian boy. Like, no, it's not true. Okay, then we have action here to take. Your feedback to their feedback is, you know what, mom, dad, sissy, cuzzy, I realize that you are coming at me from a place of love and safety. You want to protect me, and you truly think, hey, if you marry the good Indian boy, you're going to settle down, you're going to be within the community, you're going to have all of this help, it takes a village, blah, blah, blah. And it's just going to be, it just seems like that's the right path for me. I totally get that. Even if you don't get it, you lie. You lie. I totally get that. But my path is different. I'm on my own path, and I get what you're saying. And maybe one day that path will be appealing to me. Right now, it's just not. And so I know it's difficult for you to see that for me, safety is actually not marrying the Indian boy. Safety is dating the hedge fund guy that I've been dating for 3 years, and you know about him. You know he exists, okay? Safety for me is staying in New York where I can make money and I have more opportunities and I can help you guys and I can take advantage of this incredible education you gave me. That is safety. Moving back to this town, it feels unsafe because there's not opportunities here. I can't be an architect in this town. I can't be a YouTube creator here. I need the connections. If you can acknowledge where they're coming from, which is either safety, love, or control, right? Acknowledge safety is acknowledge love. You do this to control. Usually that's all people want. They want to be heard. And you know what? If they keep harping on you, you can say, I've tried to explain myself and meet you in like a collaborative place, but if you keep coming at me like this, I'm not going to come home for the holidays. I'm just not. I need to be able to live my own life, and I need to be able to make my own mistakes. And I need you to trust that even if I make these mistakes and we break up and I get fired from the job and the city's too hard, that I will be okay. I will figure it out. I'll bounce back. And when you when you're oppressive like this, all I hear is we don't believe that you're going to be okay. We don't believe you have the resilience and the skill set to bounce back if you get your heart broken. And that makes me not want to be around you because it feels like you don't respect me. That's a pretty reasonable thing to say to someone who ostensibly loves you and they're looking out for the best version of you. But what if they're not? What if they're not looking out for the best version of you? Then fuck them. Why are you going home? Yo, I know that this is a big, bold statement. You have the divine animal right to protect your peace. And peace doesn't necessarily mean like, well, I'm going to stay home and just zen out in my rock garden. Your peace is your goals, your dreams, your workout routine, your friends, your self-concept. Your self-concept. I have removed myself over the past year, and if you're in the Shallon entourage, you've witnessed it in real time, from people who disrupted my self-concept. And they are going to tell me that my self-concept is narcissism. Oh, you mean I'm focused on myself and my own life? I pay my own bills so I get to decide what makes me happy? No. Yeah, bitch. So you think I should cater to your concept of me? I'm actually going to protect my own self-concept. No, I don't want to go out drinking. That doesn't sound fun. No, I don't want to date a fucking landscaper because I'm Shallon Lester. Oh, am I a douchebag? I might be a douchebag, but I'm not wrong. So I'm going to push those people away who are disrupting my very carefully feathered nest of what I want my life to look like and what I believe I deserve for it to look like. And that is painful. That kind of loss is painful. Whether it's your family or a best friend or a boyfriend or someone from high school, I get it. None of what I'm telling you to do is easy. Nothing that I'm telling you to do is easy, but it is worth it. I saw a quote the other day on Instagram. It said, it sounds like Christmas dinner would be a lot easier if you let go of the need to convince these people of anything. And that could be something political. That could also just be something about your own life. That could be, why are you a vegan? Well, why aren't you eating the potato? Why aren't you eating the turkey? Oh, you're a vegan? I'm a vegan. Every time you come home, it's always something. Then just imagine what it'll be next time, okay? Not taking the bait is the hardest job we have as a human being. I love to take the bait because I like to fight and I think I'm always right. I'm a monster. Not taking the bait is the win. What if that's the win? What if the win is not, I turned them Republican, or I turned everyone vegan, or they love that I don't have a gender anymore? What if the win is simply, I didn't take the bait? Because you know what? One thing I've realized over my life is that that is the truest thing in the world. Because then when you go for it, when you're like, I've got time, you really are picking your battles. And if someone's like, no, just let it go. You're like, excuse you. And I say this all the time. Don't tell me what to let go. You have no idea the things I let go. You have no idea the things that come at me that I don't react to. You don't see the promises I've kept. To quote our nation's greatest philosopher, Justin Bieber. And so therefore, when I decide to pop off and I pop all the way off, I feel like I've earned it. I don't feel reactive like an animal. I feel proactive like a warrior. And I stand on my truth and I say it with conviction. Don't you fucking talk to me like that. Don't do this. Because I'm letting a lot of other things go. And what if that's the win? Here's another little tidbit. When you argue with someone who feeds on conflict, you're not defending yourself, you're serving them dinner. It's from a girl named Morgan Pommels. I think she's a therapist. Yeah, she's a therapist. When you argue with someone who feeds on conflict, you're feeding them. Uncle Marty, fucking Uncle Marty. And he comes in there, you MAGA fucks, or probably the opposite. He's coming in there looking to be fed, looking to have his conflict engine fed, so it can burn brighter and hotter. We all know people like this. Ugh, one of my friend's husbands is like this. He's literally just a contrarian. You could be like, I like puppies. Like, whoa, puppies are fucking dumb. He will take the counterpoint just because he likes to fight. And I have learned to just not engage with this man because he's an idiot. And he enjoys it. And like, why someone, even though I just said I like to fight, I mean, I like to fight when I really have a reason. I'm not a contrarian. It's just such an asshole way to move through life. It makes you so incredibly unfun to be around. He likes it. He likes it. That's where he gets his central personality points from, is I hate puppies, chew the heads off of all of them. Overall, here's something else to keep in mind about holiday dinners and just family interactions. Or even if it's not family, even if it's friends. Things people say will hurt less when you realize they aren't the authority on who you are. They are not the authority on who you are. This has been a big hill to climb for me because I'm getting so much feedback from the internet, from my friends who watch me on the internet, and they have something to say, from people who are like, well, you know, you're not really who you are on the internet. I'm like, just shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I have really had to go back again to this idea of self-concept. Like, whatever you people think I am, that doesn't, just because you have an opinion doesn't make it valid, and it doesn't make it an authority statement, even if a statement comes from your parent. And it's difficult because you want to think that your parents know you better than anyone else, and maybe at a time in your life that was true, but times do change. My mom has said to me several times, I don't recognize who you become. And my answer is like, this is actually who I should have become or been all along. And the world changed me. And I get that you don't recognize it. You haven't seen the micro evolution day to day. I don't tell you every single thing that happens to me, like in real time, of why it shapes who I am. But it can feel like a very lonely thing when someone says something like that. And it can make you feel like, oh fuck, maybe I'm wrong. This goes back to the feedback. Is this feedback you get all across the board? Hey, I don't know that this is like who you are. The girl that drinks 5 shots on a first date. Like, I don't know that this is who you are. The girl that argues with the cashier at Target very loudly until they call security. Maybe there's some truth to it. Maybe it's simply evolution that people are not comfortable with. Okay, we're actually gonna wrap it up for this video. I decided to break this into 2 parts because we've got a lot to cover and I don't wanna just swamp you guys with some enormous, like, mega video. So I will be back tomorrow and we're gonna keep talking about how to survive the holidays and some stuff you might need a little bit of a pep talk on. All right, I'll see you later, Shalligators. And don't forget to listen to and stream my bestie Mandy Brooks' Thanksgiving rap. It's what's playing right now. It is so good. It's literally such a good song. It's gonna be a great little unifier for all of us this holiday season. And if things get awkward around the Thanksgiving table, literally just put it on and reorient the energy. Mandy's got you covered. All right, I'll see you later, alligators.
Turkey be a little dry, yes maybe. Granny getting wasn't turned. Never had a dinner roll on this day that wasn't burnt. All the family, they line up outside, fighting for the first position. It's a cat fight. Then on my left shoulder, I feel a tap. My favorite cousin